Hi, this is Mato. Welcome to my online chess lecture. Tricks, traps and blunders. Let's start. e4, c5, knight to c3, knight to c6, knight to f3, g6, bishop to b5, knight to d4, knight takes on d4, c takes on d4, knight to e2 attacking the pawn, bishop to g7 defending, white to move. Perhaps castling should have been considered. Instead, player with the white pieces played d3. And what is wrong with this move? Black played a move when white resigned, and the move is queen to a5 check. White resigned. Next game. e4, c5, another Sicilian defense. Bishop to c4, e6, now e5, knight to c6, attacking the advanced pawn, knight to f3, d5, pawn takes pawn en passant. This is not cheating, this is en passant. Bishop takes on d6, d4, c takes on d4, knight takes on d4, knight takes on d4, queen takes knight. Black to move. How should black defend the pawn? On g7. What would you do in this position if you had black pieces? Player with the black pieces defended the pawn on g7 so well that white resigned, and the move is check, winning the queen. Next game. d4, knight to f6, the Trompovsky attack. c5, d5, attacking the poisoned pawn. b3, knight to e4, bishop to d2, queen to f6, threatening to capture the rook. And there is also a minor threat, and that is queen takes on f2. Should white save the rook or the king? Player with the white pieces cleverly saved the king. Black to move. Perhaps some players would capture the rook. In this game, player with the black pieces gave check. g3, blocking. Two black pieces are under attack. Which one would you save? Black played the move and white resigned, and the move is knight takes pawn on g3. Player with the white pieces resigned in view of this continuation. Pawn takes knight, queen takes pawn, check, mate. Next game. d4, g6, c4, bishop to g7, e4, d6, black is playing the king's Indian defense, g3, the fianchetto variation, knight to c6, attacking the pawn on d4, bishop to e3, e5, d5, knight to d4, knight to e2, offering to trade knights. Should black capture the knight or play c5, or maybe there is another move? What would you do? Play with the black pieces, give checkmate on f3 with the knight. Next game. e4, b6, the Owens defense. c4, bishop to b7, knight to c3, knight to f6, more pressure on the pawn. e5, knight to e4, queen to f3. If the knight moves, queen takes bishop on b7. What would you do in this position if you had black pieces? Play with the black pieces, capture the knight on c3. Did he forget about his bishop? White happily captured the bishop, threatening to capture the rook too. Knight to c3, player with the white pieces played queen to a6, just in case, so that queen doesn't get in trouble. But there are two questions marks there. Something is wrong with this move. Black to move. What would you do? Black played a move and white resigned, and the move is knight to b4. The white queen found herself in no women's zone. You can say, wait a minute, but the white queen can escape to b7. Yes, she can, but that move has a tiny downside. If queen to b7, what happens then? Then knight to c2, checkers mates. What do you think of these miniatures? And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I wish you good luck with your chess, and bye for now.